Okie dokie.
Hello everyone and welcome to our 15th playthrough ever. I'm Ed, and I will be your host, and today we're doing Super Mario 3D Land. So the other day I was going through my channel and I noticed that there was a distinct lack of Mario games. Were someone else to notice this, they might think that I'm some sort of Mario hater, which is not at all the case. So in order to prove that I love all things Mario, I decided to play one of the least represented Mario games on YouTube. Well, least represented as far as Mario games go anyways. So I intend to complete this game to 100%, and what exactly does that entail? Well, the game awards you stars above your save slot for completing certain objectives within it. When you get 5, the game unlocks something really cool that I'd like to show you, but some of these stars happen to need a lot of repetition in order to be acquired, so I will not be showing that, but I will be giving you the tools and the know-how to replicate this yourself at home, should you choose to. So, without further ado, let's begin here. And pick a me and watch the awesome cutscenes that always precede Mario games. They're canon. You wouldn't understand the story if you didn't watch this. So not only did Bowser have the nerve to kidnap the princess again, he sent us a picture of it, a 3D picture no less. Mario will have none of that as we step into stage 1-1. So our adventure begins with some great music as we say goodbye to Princess Peach's castle. Now I'm going to try not to go too fast, so that you can soak in all the greatness, all the colors, all the amazing music that this game brings. So we kill this Goomba and collect our very first Tanuki suit by picking up the Super Leaf. I actually just learned that it's called the Super Leaf. This coin that we just collected now as well is one of 3. It's called a Star Coin. It is one of the objectives of each level to collect this, as well as 3 other things you must do. One of them being reaching the top of the pole at the end of the level. You'll know what I mean once we get there if you have never played this game before, or its bigger brother Super Mario 3D World. Then you have to complete the level without using the game's sort of support system. Once you die 5 times, the game will spawn a block with a special power-up that allows you to sort of bypass a lot of the game's hazards. By the way, there's something really cool that I just learned. Look at this. Like, if you stand right here, or if you touch those cottony looking flowers, they'll reveal their contents. But if you just stand here and blow on the mic, like so, yeah, look at that. They'll all be blown out and their contents will be revealed. It's pretty cool. It's a nice touch game. I love Nintendo for these sorts of things, these small little touches. Check it out again. Ah, how cool is that? Anyways, if you go up this tree, you will discover some music note blocks. Jump on them and you will find a warp pipe. Get in and we will find our very first 3D puzzle. Now you can't really see, but there's, like, the blocks aren't actually positioned like they appear to be. If you jump here and you move to this side of a block that has an eye on it, the perspective will change and you will see that that block over there was floating and not on top of the others. I love how Nintendo make great use of their hardware. It's like they build their hardware according to what they need and not what the market is trending towards. So up here we have another secret Tanuki Super Leaf? I have a hard time remembering that name for some reason, Super Leaf. And we find our first enemy that has the Tanuki suit as well. I think it was this game that pioneered the idea that enemies could use Mario power-ups as well. And by the way, with the Super Leaf gives you this power, the power to sort of spin your tail. And spinning your tail is more than just an attack, close range attack. It also allows you to interact with other objects such as that switch over there and break boxes, like I'm doing right now. So if you haven't noticed, this game sort of has an aesthetic that is reminiscent of Super Mario Bros. 3. Now, I haven't finished that game yet. Oh, and hey, the binoculars! Let's look through these. So these were put in the game sort of to show off the console's 3D capabilities. I mean, this whole game is sort of a testament to how well the 3D works in the 3DS. And we also get a little bit of a tutorialization of what to do once you reach the end of the level as Toad fails at jumping on top of the pole. He's happy about it, so don't worry. He's like his cousin. He's not very good at jumping. His cousin being Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, I guess. His name is Captain Toad. Treasure Tracker is just the game, I suppose. I was playing that earlier today, and it's a really fantastic game. In my opinion, one of the best this holiday season as we find our last star coin. More so even than, say, Super Smash Bros. I mean, I'm a very, very big fan of Super Smash Bros. It's a great game, but, you know, we've had 4 so far, and even though this is probably the best in the series, it's still a Super Smash Bros. Game, and I fear that they may take the same route that they did with Mario Kart, that they'll add more DLC to it, so I'm sort of holding off on buying that for now. When you reach the end, you have to sort of get to the top of the pole. That is one of the key objectives of each level, don't forget. It's reach the top of the pole at the end of the level, collect the 3 star coins, don't die more than 5 times in that level, and later repeat the level again. But I will talk about more on that subject later as we save the game and move on to stage 1-2, which is actually an homage to the first Mario Brothers, I believe. Like, it's sort of an underground level. They do that a lot in the Mario games for some reason. There's sort of a trend. So we kill these Goombas and collect the Fire Flower suit. Is that what it's called? The Fire Flower suit? It's the Fire Flower, the baddest power up. What's the name of the suit? I guess the Fire Mario suit. Here's our first star coin. By the way, you can fall down here if for whatever reason... I've done it before. You can fall down here, you won't die, don't worry about it. But moving forward, the theme of the level itself is not the only thing that's reminiscent of Super Mario Bros. 3. There's, well, Super Mario Bros. 1 is what I meant to say. There is actually a pretty nice secret that's coming up that I'd like to show you. So here we have it's not really an infinite block, an infinite coin block, is it? It's like a multiple coin block, as we kill this stack of Goombas. This stacking of enemies, I believe it began with Super Mario Sunshine, I think, with those weird enemies. I don't know why that game had weird enemies and not classic ones. So, let me just clear this room here. You cannot pick up Goomba shells like you can in Super Mario World, by the way, for some reason. I guess it's a reference to Super Mario Bros. 1 as well. I'm not sure if in Super Mario Bros. 3 you could pick them up. So here is our little secret. Under that that question mark block over here, the single one, well, there's a fire flower inside, but that's not what I meant to show you. If you go above it and you jump, hey, look at this! You can skip the level like you could in Super Mario Bros. 1 as well. But we're not going to do that. We're going to actually come down and continue to collect this star coin. Those fire flowers over there are not actually fire flowers, they're black, and they shoot tar or some sort of black gooey stuff at the screen. Sort of like Mario Kart style. They have their own names though, like they're not fire flowers, not fire flowers because that's the power up. They're called Venus something or another. So if you shoot this, some coins will appear. Okay, and you could, up here there's another area, another special area that you could reach if you just kept going right and not avoided coming out of this of the shortcut. But hey, if you side jump you can get up here, and this is only one of 2 special areas in the game that allow you to skip whole levels. This pipe over here takes you to World 2. You can skip all of the other bullshit in World 1, but we're not gonna use it. We are going to exit the normal way, if I can just get in this pipe here. And once again, we're gonna try to reach the top of the pole, as that is a special bonus. Almost didn't make it. By the way, that's a long jump. Yes, you have the long jump in this game as well. If you run, or if you press the shoulder buttons, I believe both of them work. You can crouch. So if you're running and then you crouch and then you jump, you will perform a long jump like you used to in Super Mario 64. Pretty cool, huh? So in the level select screen on the bottom right, you can check if you've touched the pole at the end of a level, and on the top, how many coins you've collected, how many star coins. This is a mystery box. There's 20 of these normal ones and 15 extra golden ones. Now, inside each of these, there's sort of a little challenge where you have to defeat a certain number of enemies, and at the end you'll be awarded coins and a star coin for the normal ones and 2 star coins for the golden ones, the special golden ones. Yeah, this is a good way to accrue some power-ups and some star coins if you're having trouble finding them in the actual game. Also, when you complete the challenge, the box will go into sort of a sleep state. You'll get to see it in a second. Oh, those are called star medals? I always thought they were star coins. Well, I'm gonna call them star coins anyways. So, the box will go into sort of a sleep state. You will see it right now. It goes gray. And you can check these boxes and complete more challenges once a day to accrue more star medals or star coins or whatever. So World 1-3. First thing you do is you check these binoculars here for a toad on the side of the cliff, because if you don't do this, you will miss out on one of the star medal coin thingies over there. This is a great level that, and again, it's a great level that uses the 3D effect to great, well, effect. As we hit a new block that we hadn't ever seen before, it's a block that gives you random power-ups. So yes, because this is sort of a cliff-type level and you're going down, let's collect this coin right here, and you're going down, the 3D effect is used amazingly. So, I think we haven't used these yet. There's mystery boxes inside levels as well, but they don't give you, well, sometimes they do. This one gives you infinite coins until the time runs out on this box on the right, but sometimes they'll contain star medals, other times they'll just give you power-ups and such. Yeah, it's random. Not really random, it's actually preset what each one does on each level. Oh, alright, that's our first power-up loss in the game. Hey, let's celebrate. It was a stack of enemies that got me. We don't actually have to kill all of these, do we? No, of course we don't. Let's move along. So, these platforms, they're interesting, and I feel like I've played with them before in other Mario games, but I don't remember. I guess Mario Galaxy, maybe. You can sort of control their movement, and you can tell them to move forward or back by stepping on the buttons themselves. This is an actual, honest-to-goodness, fire-spitting flower. I don't want that, because I am very happy with the Tanuki suit. And I just lost it seconds afterwards. Fantastic. Great job, man. Oh, this is a special... Oh, cool. This is a special music block thingy. When you go in, you collect a star, and then you run to the exit. If you do it properly... I missed that there. If you kill all the enemies, you end up gaining extra lives here. Yeah, you would have gotten 1 extra life for that last enemy that we killed. Also, we picked up another star medal coin. Alright. So, here, there's some red coins. I have nightmares about these from other Mario games, especially Mario Sunshine, but if you collect all of them, you get nothing special. You get a power-up, which is it's quite useful in its own regard. Let's go back here. We could have gone to the right there, but I decided not to. As we approach the end of the level, this is a sort of a vertical level, so you jump on these cloud things. I like the cloud power-up from Mario Galaxy 2. I wish they'd bring that back. Let's ground pound this enemy here and keep going on this control platform. This using the 3D on the new 3DS, which I'm not using right now, I'm using a regular 3DS, actually makes these games much easier. That's what my significant other says anyways. As we very easily, with a Tanuki suit, reach the top of this pole. If there's any sort of general advice that I have for anyone trying to complete a level to 100%, it's always stock a Super Leaf. Super Leaves are really easy to acquire, just make your way to World 1-1 and get it there and stock it, and later they're really useful for making long distances or getting to tops of poles. So here we see a new sort of mechanic. You use your star coins that you've been accruing so far to unlock levels. Now, I don't believe this one is sort of mandatory, but we're gonna do it anyways, because we have the currency, and why not? So So if you notice, on the top screen, on the bottom left-hand side of the top screen, there were two boxes that said 3D. Now, this game has apparently two types of 3D, and that is used to indicate which one you're using right now. Basically, from what I understand, because I can't really tell a difference, in one of them, the characters sort of pop out, and in the other one, it looks like you're looking inside of a window type thing. That's what it looks like anyways. As my computer goes into sleep mode, I apologize for the inconvenience. Okay, we're back. Good, we've got image again. So we're coming up to this geyser here that tosses us upwards, and we get this, our first star coin. If you might have to sort of fiddle with the timing a little bit, but if you just do what I did, which is to keep moving forward, you will get there always on time to, you know, catch the geyser and get propelled upwards. So we make our way to the halfway point of the level, it's actually rather quickly, and we continue as we keep using these controlled platforms, and I saw a star coin back there, so I'm going back for it. This level is quite easy, but these mechanics, they will get harder later on. I like the way that a Mario game sort of introduce things, you know, subtly and easily, and later on they make them a little bit more difficult, even though this game in general is not very hard at all. I mean, I'm not trying to insult anyone that finds this game hard. I mean, everyone has to start somewhere, and this is a great way to do it. I mean, my girlfriend has some trouble with this game because she didn't grow up doing these sorts of things. Well, I did. My first experience with a Mario game was Super Mario Land, I believe, on the Game Boy, and that game was really hard. I remember having a great time with it, but also being really happy just to get to the second level. I had those memories. So remember what I said about the game getting a little harder in difficulty later on? Well, the game taught you how to go forward using these platforms. Now it's teaching you how to manipulate them in order to acquire what you want. In this case, our third and final star coin. And this isn't going exactly the way I expected, but that's fine. That's fine. We get some extra time here. That translates to extra coins at the end. Somehow Nintendo did away with apparently really terrible at controlling these platforms. So, see, don't feel ashamed if you are not good yourself as well. Anyways, Nintendo did away with points for some reason, but I remember back then, back in Super Mario Land on the Game Boy and Super Mario Land 2, we had points. Yes, those actually mattered. Can you think of any games, like any current games that actually keep track of your points? And they can't be applications for your cell phone. Or any sort of, well, they can be mobile games, but they can't be cell phone games, is what I'm trying to say here. So you can get up here, but there's really nothing. There's just 3 coins. I just wanted to do it for no reason. Okay, so we reach the end again, as this time we have a little bit more controlled platforming to deal with. But since we have the Tanuki suit, it's really easy to touch the top of the totem pole, I was about to say. Why a totem pole? I guess because it's a pole, and for some reason my brain linked the two. And now we get to see the introduction of a not-so-new element to the game, the toad houses. The toad houses, well, they serve the exact same purpose they used to in older games, and I guess the new Super Mario Bros. Series. I'm not a big fan of that, but basically they're a free gift. What I like about them is the amount of detail they put into this really small area, this, like the grass and everything around it. It reminds me of Mario Galaxy. Every model is just so well done in this game. So you can jump on Toad and hit him, but that's fine because he likes it. He's sort of a masochist there. As we collect a fire flower for... Okay, it's fine. I like the fire flower too. It's a little bit more offensive power compared to the more mobile Super Leaf. And we reach, finally, the boss of the first world. World 1, Castle. Apparently Castle is now a number. So lots of fire and brimstone as we reach Bowser's castle in the first world. We're actually making record time. I thought this would take a lot longer since, you know, this is a Mario game. I wouldn't expect us to be here so quickly, but hey, this is also a portable game, and portable games are designed, as I try to, in vain, to collect this star coin, there we go. Portable portable games are designed so that you can pick them up and put them down quite easily. You know, this is the Japanese mindset that you can sort of play a little bit on the train and then put it away and, well, maybe not save your progress where you are, but let's collect the Tanuki suit. I feel like it'll be a little bit more useful. Maybe not continue exactly from where you left off, but not lose a lot of progress. And Mario games sort of fit that MO quite easily, you know? Alright, so we're coming up to a new enemy that we haven't seen yet, the Hammer Bros that we very quickly deal with. Just veer slightly to either the left or right, and then attack him with the Tanuki suit, or just jump on him. He'll miss his hammer, and you'll be able to kill him. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, as we find our second star medal, star coin, star currency, whatever you want to call it. As I collect some extra coinage here, can never have too much of that. Some sound advice for real life as well. And there's a little bit of a secret here. If you jump on top of the thwomp, there are some extra lives here. Well, actually, just one. The other two are fake. I like the nice touch. And if you look through the binoculars here, you can not only see the goal at the end, our goal, but also a very poor, very trapped Toad. Poor thing over there behind what is most obviously our ultimate encounter with Bowser. So, we have all our star coins. We are ready to complete this level. Only one obstacle to go. And what a very big, very fire-breathing obstacle it is. So our boss, Bowser, here is actually rather easy. He spits out balls of fire, but they're a little bit large, but they're not large enough to take up a whole platform, so you can just sidestep them, I suppose. And when you reach him, at the end here, you'll have to get by him. With the Tanuki suit, that's a joke, but you can always just go a little bit further north and go between him and the edge of the bridge there. It's not super hard. So you press this. Remember when this used to be an axe? You know, that you supposedly cut the bridge with? And now a very nice reference. Bowser turned into a Goomba and a Super Leaf. Well, the Super Leaf is justified because he had a Tanuki suit apparatus fitting in with the whole theme of the game. But the turning into a Goomba, I believe, is a reference to Super Mario Land on the Game Boy when you saved Daisy. I believe it was Daisy the one you saved in that game, and she turned into an enemy and escaped. It's a pretty cool, nice touch, don't you think? So we reached the end here with some extra time for, I guess, turning into coins. And we beat our first world! Ah, Mario, how joyous you are. I love the way Mario games have of making you feel like a little kid again. It's something that you can't acquire through most means. So, we've defeated the fake Bowser, and we're done with World 1 as we travel through the space between dimensions. Oh, what's this? Ooh, so Bowser's at it again, eh? Okay. By the way, these pictures, you can export them to your SD card and use them however you see fit. So we finally reached World 2, and this is where we must part. If you enjoyed what I had here for you, consider leaving a like, and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.